Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and get started. Before I show you guys the app, I'm just gonna take care of a few housekeeping tips, questions that you guys might have. First off, if you are looking to purchase additional passes for the expo, you can do that through registration. I can go ahead and add the registration link to this chat as well, just to help you out. There's no code, you just go straight to registration and it will let you purchase additional passes. Our list for attendees is going to go out on 5/15. That'll be your pre-conference list going out on May 15th. Let's see what else. If you are still looking to participate in the Getaway Dream Fund, you can still do that at $4.95, and you will get a full contact list of everyone who opts in during the conference. If you're looking for shipping information or registration codes, those should all be located in your dashboard. If you do not have access to your dashboard, please reach out to our sponsorship email box, and I will provide that with you. And if you have not booked your hotel information, our room block is getting full, and we are about to sell out of our backup at Buena Vista. So ASAP if you would like a room in our hotel block. Let's go ahead and get started. Let me share my screen. There we go. Okay, so you should all see my dashboard. This will be the first thing you notice when you get logged in to Ethereum Now, which will be our conference app. You will be getting an email later on today with your login information. And if you have a button that says view web version, this will take you to this site. And there'll also be some QR codes at the bottom, which will help you download the app onto your phone. The app on your phone will also give you access to lead retrieval. We will be scanning badges like we did last year if you were here. And all of your lead retrieval will be scheduled that way. And I had a note about lead retrieval. Hold on, sorry. We will be having a training session for lead retrieval at the solution showcase when you guys get there.
Jasmine, can I add about lead retrieval?
Yes.
The one thing to know about lead retrieval is that is by the individual. So you will only be able to see in your app the people that you have scanned. When you need a company-wide list, we can provide that to you on request after the event. But everything is individualized to your personal app. If you have purchased an education session, we do suggest having somebody at the door to do badge scanning. So anybody in your company is able to do the badge scanning. We don't have other outside badge scanners at the door. So if you're wanting to capture information from any session that you've purchased or you're speaking at, then it's good to have somebody on site at that room that can help do some badge scanning as people are coming in. That was it. Go ahead.
Thank you, Lindsay. So once you get to the homepage, we're going to go over to the top right-hand corner and click Profile Settings. And this is going to be your first task when you get logged in. So you're going to go to your profile and just make sure all your information is correct. Make sure your location is correct. And I would suggest in biography that you add a couple keywords. This is how people search. So if you want to add your company name or the things you're looking for, any keywords people can associate with you if they are searching. And it'll also ask you what you're looking for out of this conference. And you will have to click one when you first sign up for your account so you can edit in this area. Make sure that's it. And you can link any social media platforms as well. And then we're going to have you go to your company profile. in your company profile, you can add or update your logo, as well as add your location for your company and the contact information. Most of your company biographies would have been updated unless you did not submit one, as far as logos as well. So if you guys did not submit a biography or a logo, you will have to go through and add that yourself. And same for your profile. You can add keywords, so this way somebody searches it, your company will show up. Then if we go to exhibitor settings, on this page, you can add an advertisement image. We'll get back to that shortly on the next page. It will show you exactly what that looks like. And then we're gonna ask your exhibitor giveaway is checked green to check it red. This is for the coupon book. We use the coupon book for attendees that are in person. And if you haven't clicked on the app, the attendees that are virtual can also participate. And we just want to make sure this is specific to attendees that are in person. Under that, you can add your main contact information. This is anybody that you think should have first access to this account. Anybody who can receive emails or that you have back maybe at the head base that can receive any information when people reach out. The exhibitor chat, attendees will be able to message you and send invites and meeting invites. You can designate the chat feature to either go to yourself or you can send it to a colleague. And I am the only one in my company right now, but if you click designate to a colleague, it will let you select the person and they will get all the notifications for the company. We're going to go to my documents. For my documents, my video and my photo, you guys can update exactly what that specifies, and that'll be able to be viewed by any attendee at the conference. And then we're going to go to the exhibitor page. And this is what you will see when you visit the exhibitor page. So that advertisement image that I mentioned earlier, that is what this box will be for. When anybody goes to the site, they'll be able to see your image as well as your logo, your booth, and your description. Now, if we click these three buttons, this is how attendees can request a meeting. And you see how it lists all the attendees that are here for that company, as well as meeting time. They can also send you a message, add your company to their favorites, print your profile, or add any notes that they take on your company. We also do have a feature, my mouse is stuck, sorry. We have a social feed feature that we used last year as well. This is kind of like your Facebook of the conference, so attendees can add photos, messages. We suggest you guys send a little message. You can say like, visit my booth, we're giving away this prize, but we just ask that you don't put any ads in the social feed so it doesn't discourage anybody from using it. Let's see. Lindsay, did I miss anything? I feel like I went through that really quick.
No, what I will add, I'm going to elaborate on that, the social feed just a little bit. Last year, what we saw was a lot of white papers and collateral materials being uploaded to the social feed, and that kind of discourages the chat feature. One of the things we're doing as conference organizers is we're trying to send out announcements to the social feed. So doing that kind of hard sell in the social feeds shuts down the conversation piece of it. So we're asking that you keep your white papers and documents located in your exhibitor booth space, and you can direct people to it, but not to keep that social feed. I don't want to say junked up, but with a whole bunch of business hard sell. We actually do reserve the right to kind of remove those to keep that conversation going. It's really a place to post pictures, talk about how excited you are. There was this great speaking content that you went to. It's really that place to help engage, especially for our virtual attendees. So that's really important to keep that information there. If you have any questions, Jasmine, will you click on your profile name and show them where the help notes are? These are pre-populated by the app itself, but it's a great place for you to come and look for some very general questions. If you don't remember what we're covering here, yes, of course, we're recording this and we will send that recording out afterwards. And Jasmine, I may have missed this. Did you show them where to dedicate the person who can get their chat information?
Yes. So
Okay.
I'll go back.
Yeah. So that chat piece, nobody has to be manning it 8 hours a day, 12 hours a day. But we do designate at least just one person gets designated to receive the chat messages. It can pop up as a chat in your exhibitor space, but it shoots you an email. Just as anybody who's requesting a meeting, all of this is tied to the email address that you have on file with us. So you will get an email message as well. Will the meeting request show up in their Ascend calendar? If they accept that, then yes, that gets added to their to their schedule as well. The lead scanner, we're going to be doing a training when you're there on site, but it works just if you weren't there last year, Chantel. So it works actually directly through your phone. So make sure that your phone can scan QR codes. I'm like the only person in the world, I think, left who still has a phone so old that it doesn't scan QR codes. But all of the badges come with a QR code. So all you'll have to do is take a picture with your phone or read the QR code, and it gets uploaded automatically into your app. And that's where I was saying that it is individual to who you're scanning. We can get you a company-wide list at the end of conference. We can get all of that consolidated for you. Yes, you will be able to upload into your documents the collaterals to your exhibit booth space. That is what that is for. And then, Jasmine, if you want to take them to the attendees and show them how they can search companies, keywords. We haven't opened up this app, so nobody's updated their profile. So there's not a whole lot of searching that's happening right now. But if you just click on Betty Abraham, for instance, you actually have full visibility into every single person attending the conference in here. So you can see what the company is, then you can go and search with the company. You can click on the company name and then see all of the attendees that are, click on view profile, and you'll see all of the attendees that are attached to state funds. So you can kind of start, and their titles are there too. So you can start planning who you want to reach out to, who you're working to schedule meetings with, who you want to message. That is the beautiful part of a hybrid conference, is you have a lot of visibility. Sandeep, you were asking if videos need to be YouTube URLs. I think that's always the easiest item to upload. I haven't tried uploading anything that wasn't a YouTube URL. So that one might be one that you have to play with and then let us know. Let me see if
and then Yolanda, did you have a question?
Yes. So this virtual booth profile, I know you mentioned that we get one registration for that. But if we have a staff person on site, are they able to access this as well? Or
Yes.
they would have to be registered as the virtual person?
Anybody who is registered for the conference gets this app.
So how does their scans go into the company list of scans?
They would have to add, by profile, they would have to add each person like their favorite.
I'm
So
not
they don't-
following.
They don't get a lead retrieval like you would. They don't get to scan a badge. But they
So,
can
but you
add,
said if you were on site, you could scan people.
yes,
So I'm just asking the list of people that they've scanned. Will that go under our company profile?
it'll go on under your own profile. If you want a whole company, the whole company's list, you would just email us and we can send you the whole list.
Okay. That's all. Thank you.
And Lisa, I saw your update with Redwood. You and I can connect after this and we will get all of that situated. And I'll
Thank
get
you so
taken
much.
care of. No problem. Yes, people attending the live event automatically get access to the virtual app.
Mhm.
Stephanie asks. And y'all are allowed to come off mic too, but or just keep typing them in the chat and we'll keep answering. Invitations to the app, exhibit, does this mean registrants from the sponsor company presenters? I will have to see how the list is being pulled. It may just be the exhibitors and sponsors. I need to check with my IT company to see if my IT director to see if he's pulling it by the entire company or if he's just pulling people who are registered as exhibitors and sponsors. I'm not sure if the presenters are getting access as well today, Stephanie. I haven't been asked that one before. You'll always come up with a new one every year for me to dig into and figure out. But I know that our goal is to open this up to exhibitors and sponsors today so that y'all had some time to look at your virtual space, to clean it up. There are some things in your virtual space that you cannot fix, like your logo, your company description. That's why we're asking that information ahead of time, is because we are preloading that. Please check your booth number. We put it all into a spreadsheet, but we are fallible and we want to make sure that we have all of your information represented exactly the way you want it. Some people have switched out logos. We really work very hard to be on top of that, but we really are asking before May 10th, please go into the app and check your space and build out any additional pieces that you want, or reach out to the sponsorship box and let us work with you. Yolanda, our virtual event, it actually acts as a full hybrid conference. So there's a piece of it that is streaming. So same dates. We actually have a pre-conference week as well. So we have some sessions that are happening the week before we get on site. Those are all virtual sessions. And then the virtual event will be live the 11th through the 15th, just like on site. And then we maintain the app being open for 90 days post-event.
Lindsay,
did wanna-
question. When
Yeah.
you say that there's a training on site for the lead scanning portion, what are you able to provide that over email with the team? I'm not going to be there, and that my sales reps, I really want to, handhold and spoon feed.
I'm going to tell you, everybody worries about it. And then last year when people got there, they're like, oh, okay. I mean, it's our IT help desk actually goes around to every booth and speaks to you. And then we also have a Q&A session that we hold in the solution showcase area. I think that will be like right at 4:30, about 30 minutes before the party opens. Just so if there is any Q&A, if somebody wasn't at your booth, then we are able to review those Q&A. It really, really is super, super simple. Speaking of the opening reception, our theme this year is Paradise Cove. So a little tropical, a little Florida, a little bit of all of it. We actually have, so we're encouraging you to wear Florida wear, tropical wear, Hawaiian wear, something, kind of festive. I know it's not Hawaii, but we even have a fun game that we have brought in to help encourage that interaction between attendees and the sponsors. Each sponsor is going to receive 10 leis at their booth, and the attendees are encouraged to come up and talk to you, ask questions, and you can gift them a lei. And of course, whoever gets the most leis gets a prize. And it's just a fun way to keep facilitating that energy and making sure we've got people circulating across the floor. So do come prepared to be all Paradised Cove. Our closing event is offsite at a place called the Cuba Libre. And that's Tuesday evening. And it's important to remember that you have full conference passes. So you are not restricted to the exhibit hall. Stay on Wednesday, come to some education sessions. We actually have a Women in Tech coffee chat Wednesday morning. I know maybe not all of you want to be at all conference all the time, but we have opened up the full conference to you. So the way we say it is come eat with us, drink with us, play with us. We want you to be able to meet your prospects and clients in the way that makes the most sense for you. So a couple of years back, we stopped restricting you to the exhibit hall. The other thing we are doing in some of those back-to-back sessions, you'll notice there are some times we are closing the hall when they are low traffic times so that you're not attached to your booth for maybe that one person who's not going to an education session and wandering through the hall. All of that schedule is listed in your exhibitor kit. I hope everybody has had a chance to see their exhibitor kit from Alliance. Definitely jump back in there and look, because a lot of the questions that we get, it's kind of all answered right there. Or it's in your dashboard.
Thank you, Lindsay.
You're welcome. And we will,
Any other
I know
questions?
the next question you're going to ask is, when do we get the post attendee list? We do that just as quickly as possible. We're ending conference at the same time you are, so we will get that out. We will try to have that to you by the end of the week. We've got to wrap everything down on Wednesday and break everything down also, so it probably won't be Wednesday, but then we will get that out to you just as quick as possible.
Okay. Do we have any questions before we wrap up? Awesome. Okay. Well, I will share this recording with all of you through the dashboard, so you can share it with anybody who will be on site if it's not you. And if you guys have any questions, again, just send an email to the sponsorship box and we will get right with you. And I will give you guys 30 minutes back.
And I've got one more add-on before you all start hopping off. I'm actually going on PTO on Wednesday for like 10 days. So you don't have to copy me on all of your email. As a nice request, if you just send them to sponsorship, we've got several people watching that box, and we'll make sure that you get an answer and that you get taken care of. And I promise I'm leaving you in good hands. And we just thank you guys. We're very excited. Registration continues to come pouring in. Like Jasmine mentioned, we had to get a second hotel block, and we're telling you now, if you're not registered, and I know who is and who isn't, you want to get your rooms. If you haven't registered yet, you want to make sure to get your rooms, because the second hotel block right now is on property and is like a 4-minute walk to the conference center. It's definitely not Vegas. But if we have to look at going off-site for another hotel block, I really don't want you to have to do that. So please make sure to go ahead and get your hotel room secured and get your registrations in.
Great, thanks.
Great. Well, thank you guys for joining.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.